Hey everyone, SweetJohnnyCage here. Welcome back to part 16 of the Elden Ring full playthrough walkthrough. In this section of the walkthrough, we're going to continue our journey through Caelid, and we are likely going to finish it. We have several bosses, a couple of caves and a tunnel, as well as like an area to explore and kind of get rid of everything. We will gain access to Grail's Dragonbarrow through basically the Sellia Backstreets back here. The reason why I'm hesitating is because Grail's Dragonbarrow and Caelid are very much connected, but I'm trying to keep this walkthrough to just be Caelid. You can see the map stele right here. This is for Grail's Dragonbarrow, but there are two areas. There's a Sellia Crystal Tunnel, and then there's also the abandoned cave. Both of these are entered from Caelid, but because of their geography, or kind of like how you actually get into them, and as you progress through them, they go into Grail's Dragonbarrow on the map, but they are technically part of Caelid. Okay, so yeah, we're going to do the abandoned cave, Sellia Crystal Tunnel. We're going to do Sellia Town of Sorcery here, and then the swamp, and then we will end it back at Redmane Castle, and we will take down General Radahn. Full disclosure, Radahn has been patched again just a couple days ago, so when I first fought him, he was really hard. Then when I fought him again in New Game Plus, he was super easy, and not just because I was dealing a lot of damage. And now he's supposedly hard again, so we'll see how it goes. For now, though, I'll show you my stats. This way you can just see where we're at. I have a Yuchi Katana plus 14, and then I have the Samurai set. I'm using the Assassin's Crimson Dagger and the Blessed Dew Talisman. 9 flasks leveled up to plus 7, a flask of Wondrous Physic that has a Crimson Crystal tier and an Opaline Bubble tier. Then I have the Lone Wolf Ashes plus 2, and a couple of Preserving Balses at the ready. I'm level 67 with 35 Vigor, 26 Mind, and 32 Dexterity. I'm primarily going to be focusing Vigor at this point in the game. I'm just going to try to blast my way to 50 as quickly as possible. The more health you have in Elden Ring, especially as the game goes on, the more important it is. Cannot stress that enough. All right, let's go ahead and warp to Caelid, and then we will get started. We're going to start at the Smoldering Wall, and we're going to make our way to the Abandoned Cave. The Abandoned Cave is in a really dastardly location. I did not actually find it my first time through. So we're going to head east, sort of along the wall. We're going to do our best to avoid the big rabid dogs and the birds. And then what we're going to end up doing is crossing over a tree branch that goes over the pathway that led from the Shifra Deep Well. So just over here, that's the cave entrance. So we're going to come over here. Wow, there's an Iron Virgin there? Jesus. And we're just going to follow along this branch and enter the cave. Alright, so I've never been through here. I do know what the boss is, though. But yeah, I've never been inside of the abandoned cave. The boss here is a double Cleanrot Knight, one with a sickle, one with a spear. So we'll do our best to take care of that boss quick. Alright, so it looks like a whole bunch of Scarlet Rot down here, which is just groovy. Okay. Oh boy. Yeah, Scarlet Rot. Nice. Alright. Dragon Wound Grease, cool. Alright. Looks like we just have to do our best to time out the geysers, but much easier said than done. I'm not going to use a Preserving Bolus until we reach the boss fog, just because I don't want to kind of get caught with nothing for the boss. Right. Whoa. Jeez. Serpent Bow, cool. I have a strong feeling that I'm going to end up dying to the boss, and then just, hopefully there's a Stake of America outside. Yeah, lots of sprouts. This is definitely, yeah. I knew there's going to be a Scarlet Rot flower. No way it'd be anything else. I love how there's so many Iron Virgins just broken here. That's cool. Alright, that's the boss fog. I'm not ready to... Jesus, saw me all the way over there. Not ready to fight the boss yet. I would like to try to do as much work here as possible. Light on fire. What's going on? Alright, that's that. Lots of Aeonian butterflies in here. That's cool. I love that I'm finding new stuff. Like, it's a little frustrating, you know, from the context of, like, trying to make a walkthrough. But at the same time, I think it's cool that, like, I'm just still finding stuff in this game. The Venomous Fang. Jesus. I will read both the Serpent Bow and the Venomous Fang after we're done. I feel like there's a little bit that we still haven't found, though. Am I able to get back up here? Yeah. Okay, cool. I really hope there's a Stake America at the boss. Because I am out of flasks. Oh, there's nothing over here. Nice. Damn, I really thought I missed something. Okay. Jesus. It's the only reason I went back over there. I really thought I missed something. All right, let's check out the weapon that we just picked up. Venomous Fang. One of the weapons designed for gladiatorial combat, used by duelists who were exiled from the Colosseum. Interesting. The black fang protruding from the bronze snakehead is coated in deadly poison. That's like the first mention I've seen of the Colosseum. Malformed bow in the shape of a pair of poisonous snakes imbues arrows with poison through pagan magic, revealing its true worth when used with poison-infused arrows. Used by assassins known as the Formless Serpents. Yeah, that seems to be the first mention of the Colosseum that I'm aware of. There are several Colosseums scattered throughout the lands between, and they seem to be like cut content, more or less. But the Colosseums are still there, they're just not accessible. One of which can be found as early as Limgrave, and it's right here. Yeah, and we're not far at all from another one. It's the one that the big pot boy is in front of. Interesting. All right, I don't see a Stake of America, so that's doesn't give me a lot of hope, but we'll see how it goes. All right. Nice. All right. Well, it seems to be doing okay damage here. I don't know where the other one is. Oh, there he is. All right. Let me try to focus this one. Ouch. Ooh. Dude, that's gross. You should get that looked at. looks like... Oh, God, I'm stuck. Alright. Oh, boy. Whew, that was close as hell. That was really close. Okay. Nice. Now we're about to get inflicted. The gold scarab. Very cool. Alright, where's my teleprot? Let's go back to the entrance. Hopefully we can get to the bonfire quick. Awesome. Yeah, I never found the abandoned cave before. That's really cool. Whew. All right. Not enough to level. All good. Okay, so that's the abandoned cave. Now we're going to make our way towards the swamp. And there's going to be quite a lot to do in the swamp. Actually, you know what? I think we're going to just make our way to Gowry's shack. Yeah, so the deep Schiefer well is visible right there. Cool. All right, Iron Virgin. What do you got for me? Ugh. Your teeth. Oh, wow. Oh, come on. That was questionable. There you go. Nothing. Nothing special from the Iron Virgin. Alright. Ooh, hey, a ghost. Sublime, I tell you. The very first flower of Aeonia bloomed in this very spot. Melania, may you blossom into a goddess. Interesting, man. Very interesting. Okay, so this is the swamp, obviously. There's a lot going on in the swamp. So, there is a site of grace that I kind of missed down here. I didn't exactly miss it. I didn't go looking for it, but it is a very helpful site of grace. So we will sort of follow the swamp trail. And then we'll find it. Yeah, it's the Aeonia Swamp Shore site of grace. Right here. Perfect. All right. So instead of like going directly into the swamp, we're going to sort of start a quest line. And the reason I like to do this is it just gives you like the most context for what you're doing. So if we go back up to the main road, we will be able to find a place called Gowry's Shack. And the main road basically leads you directly to it. This questline is really important to the game, just for the general lore of everything. Not only that, but it is important for selecting an ending. I know that we're only on part 16 out of probably like 60 or so parts that this walkthrough is going to be, maybe even more. But this, you can start working towards endings pretty much as early as this. We've already worked towards one of them with Mistress Ranni, but starting in Caelid, in the Swamp of Aeonia, we're going to find a gentleman named Gowry. And when we speak with Gowry, he's going to tell us about a woman named Millicent who is ailing up in a church up the road on the cliff. He wants us to find an unalloyed gold needle, which can be found in the swamp. If we follow that entire quest line, we will then be able to undo an ending. And when you select that ending, or when you like lock yourself into that ending, it locks you out of every other ending. However, if you were to do this quest line, you can undo that lock-in, and then you will be able to instead choose any other ending. I know that's very confusing. It'll make a lot more sense when we end the game, but I'm going to take you through the quest line anyway. So this is Gowry. I'll show you on the map. Oh, these guys are still chasing. What's going on? Well, just follow the main road. You'll find it. All right. So here are the requests. He will tell you the secrets of Sellia in exchange. So once you exhaust his dialogue, he'll tell you to find a needle deep in the swamp of Aeonia. So that's what we're going to do now. So let's go ahead and warp back to the Aeonia swamp shore. Yeah. Now we're going to do a couple things. So let's talk to this ghost real quick. Actually, kind of can't remember what he says. I think he says something about the battle between Melania and Radon. Yeah, he's talking about Melania. Okay, so dead center of the swamp right here is a boss. So we need to make our way to that boss. However, our first time through the swamp, just about here, we're going to get invaded by a woman named Millicent. Yes. Okay. Now, it's really important that once she appears, she comes out of the swamp right there. Once she appears, you start making your way back to the shore. The reason for this is because there are a lot of Aeonian knights in the swamp, and you don't want to get them involved. Oh, wow. Why is she already at half health? Oh, I think she got hit by a geyser. That's fun. Oh, my God. She's got the... Jesus. Oh, my God. Dude, I swear to God, Caelid got a lot harder. I feel so bad that in every single one of these Caelid walkthroughs, it's gone off the rails. Wow, I can't believe she has that ability. I don't remember her having that ability. Maybe she did. I don't know. But you don't want to fight her with the Cleanrot Knights. I think I called them Aeonian Knights before. You don't want to fight her with the Cleanrot Knights. You don't want to do that. All right. Let's take her back to the shore. It's a real shame that she didn't come at half health and use her flask. All right. Yeah, this is what I remember. I really don't remember her having the Blaidd dance thing. Forget the name of that. Something about a swan or goose. Yeah, this is what I remember. Anyway, that's Millicent. The reason you want to fight her on the shore is because, like I said, you don't want to have to deal with the Cleanrot Knights, but you also don't want to deal with the Scarlet Rot. So interestingly, she drops 3 runes. Very strange that she drops 3 different runes. Now, later on in the quest, you will find what Gowry refers to as her sisters, and there are 3 of them. So it's possible that she's really like part of some sort of experiment. Anyway, we're now going to fight a boss inside of this big arena. This is Commander O'Neill. Commander O'Neill is an interesting boss. He can summon a number of exiled knights. Now, when he does this, he will, for the most part, leave you alone. But he can buff the knights in 2 different ways. So you want to keep an ear out for what he's doing. If the knights get a white buff, that is extra defense. If they get a red buff, that's extra attack power. And yes, they can get both at the same time. So once you take down the first wave of knights, Commander O'Neill will start attacking you himself. Commander O'Neill is tough. He can spread Scarlet Rot pretty easily. He also uses a standard to attack, which is sort of like a mixture between a spear and a flag. Yikes. Just trying to stay the hell out of this. Okay. He can resummon his adds, so you got to be careful of that. He can only, at least from what I've noticed, he will only ever resummon them 1 time. Yeah, I'm just trying to stay out of this Scarlet Rot here. He can be parried, so if you're good at that, go for it. I'm not. I'm not good at it. I'm just god-awful at parrying in Elden Ring. It's impressive how bad I am at it. Anyway. Oof. You gotta be careful, because he has the ability, like, if you are ever on his left side, he can sort of, like... It's almost like he has, like, a comeback, like... He can respond to your ability. He can sort of like bash his back. Oh, Jesus, with the butt of the standard. Yeah, like that. This move right here. That's a little tricky. That's a little tricky to deal with. But you just want to pay attention to whether or not he's like still moving. I know that sounds obvious, but... He has, like, a really slow attack speed. But he can chain his moves over and over and over and over. There we go. I'm surprised he hasn't summoned again. There we go. Alright, so again, he should leave you alone for the most part. But this next set of exiled knights... are the ones with the big axes. Oof. Okay, I was expecting to be able to break their poise a little bit. Oh, shit. Always keep an eye on where he is. If you get near him, he'll start attacking, but then you could just back off. Alright, now we got double buff going. Ooh, wow, that was close. God. Alright. Commander O'Neill, back in action. Luckily, his buffs don't affect him. So it's really just the knights that you got to look out for with the shield and the attack buffs. I think I'm doing no damage to him anymore. I'm literally just trying to stack Blaidd as best I can. There we go. That's Commander O'Neill. Not too difficult of a boss. You just gotta take it very slow and steady, and then you'll get him. So when you defeat him, you get the Commander Standard, which is a weapon, but then you also get the Unalloyed Gold Needle. And this Unalloyed Gold Needle is broken. So now it's time to bring it back to Gowry. Unfortunately, Gowry does not have a Site of Grace. All right, before we do that, though, Hello, Cleanrot Knight. Oh, you have a lot of poise. I was not expecting that. Before we do that, though, let's explore a little bit over here. What side of grace is this? What? I don't think I ever found this one. That's funny. Anyway, there is a ruin over here that we can explore. So let's do that. This ruin is sort of teeming with enemies, but you just want to stay on Torrent the whole time. Reason being, because Torrent doesn't have to deal with Scarlet Rot. Excuse me. Is there no item in this church? Oh boy. Ah, it's that. All right. Oh man, a lot of people died coming down here. Rock Sling. Cool. It's a nice little incantation. We didn't read the Gold Scarab. Let's do that before. Golden Scarab worn directly on the head. These scarabs roll clumps of incantations during their labors. These scarabs roll clumps of incantations? Slightly reduces FP cost of incantations, but increases damage taken. Interesting. Okay, it's very slow poison. And then let's look at Rock Sling real quick. One of the glintstone sorceries that manipulates gravitational forces, pulls a clump of rocks from the earth and sends them flying. This sorcery can be cast while in motion. A gravitational technique studied by the young Radon. His master was an alabaster lord with skin of stone. Interesting. Context for the alabaster lords and the onyx lords and all those guys. Anyway, continuing our literal adventure through the ruins here. Get the traveler set and a perfume bottle. I think that might be our first perfume bottle of the run. Perfume is... It's a crazy, crazy thing that they added in this game. Not often used. You need recipes to craft certain perfumes, or to craft any perfumes, really. And with those recipes, you can do some wild stuff. So you get the meteorite staff there. One of the perfumes that's in this game basically gives you stone skin. It makes it so you can't do anything. Like, you can't roll, you can't run. But you can deal massive amounts of damage because you have infinite poise. It's really good in PvP, unless people, like, just range you to death. But it can take a lot of people by surprise. A lot of folks don't know about it. All right. Come on. Nice. So sacramental buds are rare but very, very useful. They allow you to craft preserving boluses. I think that's it for these ruins. We are very close to the Sellia Crystal Tunnel. Literally in the opposite direction. Let's go do that. Reason being is that we're really never going to come back to the swamp, more or less. So we may as well just clear out what we have. All right. So the Sellia Crystal Tunnel is, I believe, up this hill. No. Yes? Oh, God. This looks like the exit from there. Yeah, okay, that's not it. Should be to our left. Yeah, should be... Oh. Got an invisible scarab here. This one's got a long trail. I remember this one. Poison armament. Nice. Alright. Sellia tunnel should be right over here. Yes, right here. Okay, great. Alright, I'm going to warn you. Sellia tunnel is tough. The boss of this dungeon is a giant pain in the ass. That's all I can say. It's literally all I can say. This boss is really frustrating. But we will tackle it together. For a long time, and this may still be the case, the Stake of Marika in this dungeon seems to be bugged. Either that or it just doesn't exist. I feel like it's bugged, but I could be wrong. Anyway, welcome back to the Sellia Crystal Tunnel. You have been here before if you've been following along with the walkthrough. There was a chest in the Agheel Lake ruins. Oh, God. And that chest teleported you here. So now you're back for revenge. Luckily, you're able to deal some good damage to the enemies here, so they shouldn't be able to kill you in just a couple hits. God. Oh, boy. Yeah, these creatures are annoying. So this is where you teleport into, hence all the blood stains. All right, so we just got to get on the roof here. Great. Real quick roof trip. Just so we can execute these guys real fast. And there's going to be a third one up here, although this one is usually asleep. Oh, never mind. You saw him there. He was sleeping. All right. Get yourself a rune arc. Ow. Okay. Oh, that was close. Alright, I'm just going to do a quick pass here to make sure I didn't miss anything. Yes. Cool. Alright. The other important reason to come into this place is because you get... it's like this isn't necessarily your first opportunity to get level 5 smithing shards, but it's an early opportunity to get level 5 smithing shards. It's just at the cost of it being a tough place. Alrighty. Okay. So, this place is a little bit of like a platforming puzzle. You got to get on top of the house, and then come over here, and then you can jump behind this sort of like dilapidated thing. Wow. Okay. I don't think that's like a crazy item, but that sucks. Hey, okay. We probably get it from here. Maybe. Definitely not intended, but... Huh, cool. Yeah, just a cuckoo glintstone. Alright. Oh, hello. Kind of coming in hot there, guy. Okay. Nice. Level 4 Somber. So, yeah. I was just going to say, on that roof is one of these guys. It sucks when other enemies get involved with these guys. It's really the worst. Okay. The Rock Blaster. Alright, so we are literally on top of where we were. So you don't want to jump down unless you maybe forgot something, but yeah. Oh, how did I not hit the first one? Oh, I want my health back. Alright, don't forget to kick down the ladder. This is basically your shortcut back here. Although, to call it a shortcut is generous. Okay. As long as you don't call your friends. Okay, cool. Alright. I think we're actually going to manage to get a backstab. Cool. That's extraordinarily helpful. Oh, God. Wrong one. Yeah, whenever those guys do that attack, you got to be careful, because even after they die, it'll still hit you. Okay. This is the boss. This boss is a Fallingstar beast. It is very difficult. It's basically a bull. However, it's a bull with gravity magic. So, you need to be very careful. Its weak spot is its face. However, you're really not going to get much opportunity to deal damage to its face. When it does that attack, you want to roll to the right, although you want to roll late. When it starts clicking its pincers and you see purple beneath you, god damn it. You need to get out of the way. You can generally just move, like pick a direction and move in it. However, it does also do an AoE at the end of that chain. Its tail grows, which makes the tail attacks not necessarily unreliable, but just difficult to punish. That right there, that is a grab when it clicks twice, or maybe it's like 3 times. But when it just starts clicking, it's a grab. You need to be very, very careful of that. All right. Yeah, so like I said, the tail grows, so those tail swipes, not something to be trifled with. So you saw there, I just sort of like picked a... Ow. I just kind of like picked a direction when that gravity magic was happening. And then you want to just run out of the AoE. I will warn you, though, sometimes you don't get out of the AoE. Sometimes it's just happening too close to you, and you can't actually get out of it quick enough. That has happened to me many times. Oh, boy. That's 1. That's 2. And 3. So that's just like a big field. I feel very lucky that I got out of that. Sometimes you just get pressed up against the wall, and you don't really get an opportunity to get out. All right, that's the Fallingstar Beast. I'm honestly extremely surprised it went that well. I am. You get a ton of materials for it. You get 5 level 7 smithing stone shards for killing that thing, along with a gravity stone chunk, a somber stone, and the somber stone miner's bell bearing number 1. All right. Truly amazed it went that well. Most people get here and feel like they're trapped. And I did say this, you know, in the beginning of the walkthrough series when we found ourselves here. You can leave this place and just bounce. It's hard to do. It is very hard to do, and it's hard to find the site of grace and actually successfully get out of this place. But you're really not meant to be here until you come back to Caelid. All right. So now that we have the unalloyed gold needle, we're sort of done with the swamp. What we're going to do is we're going to go back to Gowry's shack. Opposite direction. So unfortunately, Gowry's shack is just like, it's not super accessible. Like, you do have to go through the swamp to get to it, but that's okay. It's like one of the few shacks in the game that there's not a site of grace at. It's weird. All right. Also, Caelid is very cloudy, so it's sometimes difficult to like effectively show you where things are. All right. Cool. So we give him the unalloyed gold needle, and then he gives you Sellia's secret. All right, so he asks for some time with it. Now, I'm not sure if reloading will just trigger him, or you may have to unlock Sellia's secret. Sellia's secret is basically there's 3 braziers that you have to light, and then it'll unlock the door. Okay, cool. So he gives you the unalloyed gold needle, which is now repaired, and then he wants us to give it to Millicent, who can be found in a church at the top of the cliff. But we have to solve Sellia's secret in order to do so. Okay, cool. All right, so if we read the note about Sellia's secret, it says, note given by Sage Gowry detailing the secret he promised. The town of Sellia hides the source. Light free flames atop the candle towers to break the seal. So that's what we're going to do. Sellia is a town of magic. It's literally called Sellia, Town of Sorcery. It's unclear if these guys are dead or if they're cloaked. I think they're dead just because everything else in this whole place is dead. But it's hard to like really plan what you're doing here because everybody just kind of appears. So what I suggest doing is just run around the town and kill everybody. Kill anybody that you find. It makes things a lot easier. Oh, whoa. All right. Maybe at this intersection probably. Okay, maybe I'll get a second to talk. All right, so this right here, this is a seal. This seal will go away once we light. Whoa. Oh, boy. That seal will go... Come on. That seal will go away once we light the 3 torches. And there are 2 more as well. Whoa. That was close. Oh, God. Okay. That's good. There is a site of grace up this staircase. Golden Seed there. I guess the Side of Grace is down? I could have sworn it was up here. Well, anyway, let's start lighting the torches. So we're just going to fall onto this branch. All right, we'll light the first one here. Now, it says a seal was broken in town somewhere. At least when I was going through this, it didn't break any seals until all 3 were lit. So I'm not sure if that was a bug in like an early patch of the game. That's just how it was for me. Oh, there it is. Staff of Loss. Oh, boy. Hi, guys. Whatever. No, I didn't want to rest. I just wanted to light it. Damn. It's okay. It's just frustrating. I really didn't want to light it. Yeah. I'm just going to try to take a quick peek to see which one it might have broken. But I don't know. Not that one. So that's actually the important one right there. Oh! That's 2. Like, that's 2 seals. Whoa! This guy's got the big boy magic. Truth be told, I forget where the third one is. Rude. Very rude. I like your hats, though. They always make me laugh. So yeah, the one in the back is not open. Wow, this fog is OD. One in the back is not open. This one's not open. It's 2. Where's 3? 3. Yeah, it doesn't open any of them. I don't know why it says that. But it's just not true. None of them open until all 3 are open. Which is fine. It's just strange that it says otherwise. Oh, I've let that go on too long. Okay. All right, let's light the other 2. You just want to be careful when dismounting. If you dismount while in motion, you will get kicked, like you will jump off the back of Torrent. So you want to make sure you're standing still. It's 2. Number 3 is up there. I'm just going to grab a treasure on this side, though. Nice. All right. So there's a scarab right over here. Didn't go well. Okay. I'm going to attempt to just longbow it. This is one of the ones that teleports. Excellent. Okay, that saved me so much time. Cool, you get the double slash Ash of War. Now, normally there's no lore on Ashes of War. I'm curious. No. Alright. Well, there's a gargoyle up here, so... Or an Avianet soldier. I'll do my best to... Whoa! Hello? Okay. Alright, number 3. Right there. Cool. All right, so when you light the third one, all 4 seals break. So there are 3 within the town, and then there's a third one, or a fourth one, rather, right near where that golden seed tree is. Before we do that, however, we come down here, kill these guys. Oh my god, he's back. I'm so proud of you, bro. We're going to kill these guys because there's actually a painting buried in this house. Alright. So this... Oh, I accidentally got it. This is the red main painting. The solution for this is found in Grail's Dragonbarrow, and it overlooks... Radahn's boss arena. Alright, so very important. We need to get the treasures that are locked behind the seals. So here's one. This is the Night Comet incantation. Number 2 should be over here. Oh, no, other side. Hello? And then number 3 is the important one, like I mentioned before. And that's because it is the final imbued sword key. The one for the 4 Belfries. There you go. Okay. We'll use that in a little bit. Oh my god, I just remembered. I totally forgot in my walkthrough for... in my walkthrough for Academy of RAYA LUCARIA, I completely forgot to show the end of Thops' questline. Alright, so we're going to light this Site of Grace. This is actually a 5th seal that gets broken. This is the main one that we were looking for. This leads to the Sellia Backstreets. But we want to come down here, and we want to fight a boss that is now accessible to us. Alright. So, actually, this boss may always be accessible, but I just assume that it's not. Alright, so this is the Nox Sword and Priest. The Sorceress and the Priest. Now, previously these guys were incredibly passive. They seem to be a bit more aggressive now. Yeah, the first time I came here, these guys were just, like, not even interested in fighting me. Yeah, they back up. Okay. well, they're not exactly tough, but their weapons are made of mercury or quicksilver, which allows them to stretch. So the priest has a sickle, or like a shotel, but then it extends into a whip, which is just cool, if you ask me. And then the other one has a mace that also extends into a whip. Ow. However, they're not particularly challenging. Because they're, like, afraid of you. Like, they back up. It's weird. Anyway, if you look closely, this is a giant throne. Weird. All right, go ahead and touch the grace, and then we're going to open the chest inside the throne. Whenever you find one of these thrones, there's typically something extremely important inside. This one's no different. This one is Lusat's Glintstone Staff. It's not a legendary armament, but it is one of the best staffs in the game. Because Lusat was a G. Staff of the primeval glintstone sorcerer Lusat. Only those who have glimpsed what lies beyond the wisdom of stone may wield it. So 52 intelligence requirement, but off rip, it has B intelligence scaling. Really powerful weapon. Okay, so we have now unlocked the secret of Sellia. What I'm going to do real quick is I'm actually going to go pay Gowry another visit to see if he has anything new to say. He may or may not. It wouldn't surprise me if he didn't, but I'm just curious. And then we'll kind of continue. What up? Okay. Not really. Alright. So Sellia is finished. We've looted the place, we unlocked all the seals, and now we have this side of grace, the Sellia Backstreets. Before we continue towards the Sellia Backstreets, nope, that's Ranni's Rise. Let's visit the 4 Belfries once again and use the final key that we just unlocked. Or just looted, rather. This time, we're going to be brought to Crumbling Farum Azula. I'm going to spend my runes before I do this. You know me, normally I'll roll around with 100,000 runes like it's no big deal, but what we're about to fight is probably the most frustrating normal enemy encounter in the game. Alright, so the only remaining Belfry that we have is this one down here. So this one brings us to Crumbling Lands. Now, there's no trophy or anything special that you get after, using all the sword keys or anything. It's just 3 locations with different rewards. This one rewards a really good talisman. So I'm actually kind of excited to come here. Welcome to Crumbling Farum Azula. If you look on the map, we are all the way over here, and now our map has grown even bigger. So clearly, there is so much we have not seen. This place is really, really cool. And I love the music here. It's just so good. This is like all the other Belfry teleporters. This is a standalone location, so you can't actually adventure in Crumbling Farum Azula from this spot. However, that does change eventually. And if you look closely, that is the Bestial Sanctum right there, staring directly at it. And there seems to be some sort of waterfall coming off of Caelid. Pretty cool. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to drop here. And then we're going to drop here. And now down here are 2 Beastmen of Farum Azula. However, on this platform, so right where my head is, this somewhat distant platform, there is a talisman on a corpse there. That's really the mission here. You don't get anything for killing these guys. They are just guarding a talisman. That said, however, you can just run, go get the talisman, and die and be fine. But we're going to attempt to fight these guys. So one of these has a great sword, or it's really like a great axe. And then the other one has, yeah, this guy's doing the same exact thing I am. And then the other one has a sickle. So what I generally like to do is kill the one with the sickle. But easier said than done, because these guys have incredibly high poise and do so much damage. No! God damn it. I hate this place. I hate Crumbling Farm Muslim. I'm just kidding. It's a wonderful area. It's just tough. Give it another shot. The real frustrating thing is that you don't respawn where the teleporter spits you out. You respawn in before Belfries, so you gotta do the whole teleport and the load and the whole thing. It's okay, though. This way. We're actually dealing pretty good damage to these guys, which is nice. Oh, oh my god. Starting right off. Jeez. All right. I'm going to attempt to kite this guy over here. Yeah, do your thing, do your thing, do your thing, do your thing. Yep. As soon as he jumped, I knew he was coming for me. I thought I had way more time on that. Getting these guys separate is damn near impossible. Oh, thank God I got a riposte there. Nope, I need stamina. Alright, be careful when fighting this guy. Because you are on a crumbling platform. Let him jump, fish out. Oh, no backstab? Maybe because I was on a slope. There we go. Cool. Whew. If you guys want to know something funny, this was the first... when I found the first imbued sword key in the 4 Belfries, I came here. So I made a grave mistake. Alright, you can come down here. Grab the talisman. It's the Pearl Drake talisman. Basically boosts all immunities. Boosts non-physical damage negation. Really, really strong. Alright, now we can just... Excuse me, now we can just warp out. And then, because we are not in Caelid, I'm going to show you the end of Sorcerer Thops' questline. I feel terrible that I forgot this in the Academy of RAYA LUCARIA questline, or Academy walkthrough, but it is what it is. Just go to the classroom site of grace, and then Thops can be found right here. So you get Thops' Bell Bearing, the Academy Glintstone Staff, and the Thops' Barrier Sorcery. Unfortunately, he didn't survive. All right, let's go back to Round Table Hold. We have several bell bearings to turn in. Okay, no more. Cool. Memory Stone. Some Somber Smithing Stone shards now from the previous one. And then, yeah. Cool. All right, good job. You can also, if you find a bell bearing from an NPC, it'll be under Bell Bearing Shop 1. I'm not really sure why. But Thops' Bell Bearing, he sells you the same 3 sorceries that you could have bought from him early on. All right. Cool. So, I'm just trying to think of exactly how I want to end this. Let's go back to Caelid. And then we can do the Sellia Backstreets. And there is a cave here. It's part of a quest line, though, so I might want to leave it. Anyway. Alright. So, when you're coming up this hill, a ball is going to spawn. And that ball is going to attempt to kill you. Because it's, you know, that kind of game. You can hear it coming down the hill. There it is. It kind of chases you, so don't assume that it's, you know, just going to roll in one direction from the spawn. It can sort of tilt. So you're better off just, like, completely veering into one direction, like making a hard turn. All right, so this is the church that Gowry is referring to. It is guarded by two of those prawn guys. So what I recommend doing is coming through here. Lots of sacramental buds in this area. It's like the perfect spot to farm them. Let's get a sacred tear and a site of grace. This woman right here, this is Millicent. This is the person that Gowry is speaking about. So, if you speak with her, and then you give her the unalloyed gold needle, she will take it from you. She asks us to avert our eyes. You can sort of hear her, you know, not enjoying it. It's a very painful process. So let's rest at the site of grace. We may need to... Okay, then she stands up. Cool. All right. Says she must repay us. She gives us the prosthesis wearer heirloom. She can start off on a journey. It's all thanks to you. She finally introduces herself as Millicent. Exhaust her dialogue. Rest again. She disappears. And then she goes to Gowry's shack. So we will speak with her there one more time. Yep, so many sacramental buds. It's really important that you pick these up because that allows you to create preserving boluses. And I'll tell you right now, Caelid is not the only place you're going to have to deal with Scarlet Rot. So it's really, really important that you loot as many of these things as possible while you're here. I can't be certain if they grow back. I think because they are blue items, they may not. Either that or they just take a while. All right. I'm deliberately avoiding those guys. I don't want to deal with them. Okay. So there's one of these half-moon satellite dishes here. Grab a starlight shard. Great. All right. I'm really debating something here. All right, there is a there's a cave hidden in a wall here. The cave itself is very important to Sorceress Sellen's questline. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to leave it. The reason that I'm not... Like, when I tell you it's important to her questline, you literally can't fully finish the cave until you're on her questline. You can fight the boss, and I'll tell you right now, the boss is a gigantic pain in the ass. It's 3 Crystallians that shoot out Scarlet Rot, so it just sucks. It's definitely one of the most frustrating fights in the entire game. But you can't do all of it. You can't do the entire cave until you're on her questline. So I think we're going to leave it for now. I'm just trying to think if there's really anything else within Caelid aside from General Radahn. I don't really think there is. And now I'm just trying to think, what do I want to do next? Because Radahn is available. He is available for us. However, there's still the Dragonbarrow that we haven't done, and his Divine Tower is in the Dragonbarrow. Let me just take a look at the Dragonbarrow real fast. There's Fort Faroth, Dragonbarrow Cave, Lens Rise. There's a dragon there. And the Isolated Merchant's Shack. And the Divine Tower. Okay, I think what we're going to do is this. I think in the next video, we're going to do the Dragonbarrow, and then we are also going to fight Radahn, and then also do the Divine Tower of Caelid. I think that's really the best way to sort of round out this area. We will leave the Sellia hideaway, which is that hidden cave. We're not going to do that until much later. Yeah. So I think what we'll do next is at the start of the next walkthrough, we're just going to start with the Radahn fight. And then we will go to the Dragonbarrow, do the Dragonbarrow, and then end with the Divine Tower of Caelid. That's what we're going to, that's the plan. That's what we're going to do. The final thing that I'm going to do in this walkthrough, though, is because we are going to start with Radahn, that is going to progress the questline of Blaidd. So what I want to do is we're going to go back to Three Sisters over here, and we are going to speak with Seluvis. Now, in the last walkthrough towards the end, we were here at we found Blaidd down in Schiefer River, and he said we should talk to Seluvis. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to sort of progress this little quest line until Blaidd is like just not involved anymore. So let's go back to the Royal Moongazing Grounds. And then let's go talk with Seluvis. Now, we also discovered Seluvis's little puppet shop. Weird, dungeon area. I'll show you the location of that again in case you haven't found it. It's within a ruin here. Oops. Right. So, this is a false floor, so if you have not found this, you can come down here. And then this is Seluvis's doll workshop where he creates dolls. So, right. And you can come back here. And then there is a puppet here that looks a lot like Sellen. So just keep that in mind. All right. So having found that, I do believe Seluvis will, talk to us about it. Haven't actually had that happen because I found it extremely late last time, and Seluvis's questline was already done. All right, but Seluvis's tower is down here. So he's going to ask if we gave it to Nefeli, even though we gave it to Gideon. It doesn't matter. So let's ask about his chamber, see what he says. I'm going to raise the volume on this just because I know that you can't hear it.
You break into a man's private chambers, rooting about as you please. Your offishness knows no bounds. Fine and well. You tricked Nefeli and had her drink the potion. I believe that makes you my accomplice. You yearn for a puppet of your own, hmm? Well, normally one of your stature would never be allowed. But perhaps I can make a very special exception. Now, choose.
Wow. Okay. So, I had never heard that dialogue before. Yeah, we can hand him scrolls to teach us stuff. Philly. Alright, we asked about Nokron. So this is the next part. So, after you find Blaidd in Nokron, he tells you maybe Seluvis knows more than he's letting on. Of course he does, because he just, you know, is not very forthcoming with information. Then he gives us Seluvis' introduction and tells us to find a sorceress named Sellen. So, if we go back to Limgrave, to the Waypoint Ruins cellar, and find Sorceress Sellen, we should be able to give it to her. Alright. So, show her the letter of introduction, and then she tells you all about General Radahn and Ranni's destiny, and if we were to defeat Radahn, the stars should begin moving again. Now, I'm not 100% sure if I need to speak with Seluvis again, but we're going to do it anyway. Let's see. I actually want to see something really quick. I want to see if the Jarhead puppet disappears now that we claimed him. And don't worry, at the end of this whole Ranni questline, you'll actually be able to get more puppets. So it's not really like a you have to choose and there's nothing else to choose. No, he's still here. All right, let's see. What do you got for us, buddy? Nothing. Okay. So yeah, we just take our information. Let's see if Blaidd is still here. Maybe we can give him the info. I don't remember if he's here, though. Jesus. This area, man. This area is ridiculous. He is still here. Okay, great. So we can tell him now. Whoa, we have choices? Hold the phone. I didn't know about these choices. Okay, let's tell him E.G.'s story. So this stems from the Jaren questline here.
Well met. What news? So Ranni's fate is kept in stasis by Star-Scourge Radahn. And there's a festival of war being held at Redmane Castle in Caelid, where you can fight the man himself. Once the strongest of the demigods. It's all coming together. Seems like E.G. was onto something. I'll be on my way to this festival of Radahn then. You're coming too, right? To Radahn's festivities. I'll meet you at Redmane Castle in Caelid. The way ahead is pleasingly simple. We fight, sword and fang.
All right. I don't think that's actually any different from what I remember.
You're coming too. I'll meet you. The way ahead is pleasing.
All right, yeah. It all results in the same thing, is him going to Redmane Castle. Okay. So it's really important that we progress that, although Blaidd shows up there regardless of whether or not you do any of that, so it doesn't matter. What matters is you've entered Ranni's service, and you're going to go to Nokron eventually. Okay, so that's going to do it for this part of the walkthrough. Again, I feel like I have to keep apologizing. Caelid is clearly an area that I don't know a lot about, despite thinking I knew all of it. But so far, we found 2 dungeons, and just in that one area alone that I haven't done. So this is going really well in some ways, terrible in others, but I hope it's been helpful to you. we're going to end it here with the Yuji Katana plus 14, level 69, and we will pick it up next time, and we will start right off with the fight against General Radahn. Then we'll go to Grael's Dragonbarrow and end that section of the walkthrough with the Divine Tower of Caelid. But for now, that's all. Let me give a shout out to my channel members real quick. Thank you very much to John Aldrich, Tammy Skinner, Hector J. Estrada, Joe Saunders, Daniel Cockreel, Brian Brubaker, Spencer Young, Charles Jan, Phoenix Loader, The One and Only Me 123, Joshua S., Dan L., Tiptoe Water 12, Jude Lazowski, B-Tide, The Old One, and Good Luck. Thank you very much to my channel members. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment. I'll do my best to help you out. If you're looking for more guides for Elden Ring, please subscribe to the channel so you get alerted when new guides go live. If you're interested in supporting the channel monetarily, please consider becoming a channel member by clicking the blue join button below this video. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter and join my Discord. The links for those are in the description below. As always, I'm SweetJohnnyCage. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.